As you know, or if you didn't know, I was in the Air Force for 4 years active duty and 2 years reserve, and wow, that went by really fast. But I've realized that there are certain things that I picked up or I learned in the military that even though I'm not in the military anymore, I can't like unlearn. I can't bring myself to stop doing. And today I'm gonna share some of it with you. So stay tuned. So before we get started, I want to give a shout out to my hairdresser for making me look like this. And when I say my hairdresser, I mean me, because I did this myself. Stop it. Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Stop it. Yeah, it was my first time doing it, and I think it came up pretty well. Comment below if you think it looks good for my first time. Actually, if you have anything bad to say, don't comment below. This is a nice zone, no mean comments. All right. Now, before we go any further, I just want to say that if you like the content that I'm putting out, and you want to see more videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification button so that you get notified whenever I post videos. And if you're on the fence about it, just keep watching, and maybe at the end you will decide if you want to subscribe or not. But if you like it so far, go ahead and hit the like button and help a sister out. All right, let's get started. So the first thing is saying yes sir or ma'am. That is the hardest thing for me to break. In BMT, they sort of engraved it into our heads to say yes sir, yes ma'am. And up until today, I can't stop. Whether you're older than me, whether you're younger than me, I refer to everybody as yes sir or ma'am, which some people don't really like. Like some people like to be referred to by their names, which I've kind of encountered since I started working. I'll say like, hi sir or hi ma'am, and they'll say, no, call me John. My name is John. And I'm like, yes, John. Like it's really hard for me to refer to people by their first names, even their last names, because it's just like my go-to is sir or ma'am. And I really have to like think about it. Like, hey, don't write sir, don't write ma'am, write John. I don't know a John, by the way. I don't even know where John came from. But yeah, that's one thing I picked up that I just can't seem to bring myself to stop. Another thing is eating super fast. So at BMT, you had like 10 minutes. Actually, no, you had less than 10 minutes to eat because you were always watching the table before you. If that table finished eating in 2 minutes, you need to finish before the table after you stops eating. So we were always like you had like very small time to eat. If you had 10 minutes, you were probably in your 8th week and about to graduate and nobody cared about you or something. But in the first few weeks, you just ate as fast as you can because you don't want anybody right here in your face yelling at you because you want to take your sweet time and eat your cereal. No siree. And since then I still eat super fast. Like it's so embarrassing when you go out with people and they're like taking their time to eat, and here I am eating like a caveman, like I've never eaten food before. So I have to bring myself to like relax and be like, okay, no one's chasing you, take your time and eat your darn food. like a lady, you know. Another thing is rolling my socks. Rolling my socks, folding certain clothes. So like in BMT, we had to roll our socks to be perfect. Like your socks has to have a smile. I think we called it like, it has to be a smile. I don't even remember, but we had to roll our socks, and until now I still continue to roll my socks. I fold my underwear. I still fold my bras. Like you have to fold them a very specific way, and if they weren't aligned, you got like dinged for it. And it's just crazy. Like I just can't stop myself. Whenever I do my laundry, my t-shirts, I just put them away like regular, but like certain things, my socks, I literally sit here, watch TV, and just like roll my socks. Like if you don't know me and you see me doing it, you'll be like, are you seriously sitting here rolling socks? But like I said, they engrave this thing into your brain and you just can't shake it. Like I've tried not rolling my socks and I find myself going back to to take it, even if it's not perfect, rolling it and putting it in a little ball like this. All of my socks look like this. Another thing is making my bed. Before the military, I never made my bed. Like, I never made my bed. When I was little, we had someone to like make our beds for us. And so growing up, the idea of me making my own bed was like, no, I'm not doing it. I just didn't want to do it. But in the military, like in the Air Force, BMT, yo, your bed had to be perfect. You had to have the little nurse corners. I think that's what they call them, the little nurse corners. It had to be at a nice 45-degree angle, and it had to be tucked in. And every day you had to do this, and every day they checked. So in order for us to like maintain the perfection that is our bed, some of us would like sleep on top of the bed, or we would like, you know, you lift the blanket and you slide in, and then you slide out the next morning and just tuck that section in. And I still do that. Like, I sleep alone and I find myself like sliding into my bed, and then like the next morning all I have to do is just flip it and tuck it in, and I can't stop doing it. I just, thank you, Air Force. You did this to me. So the next thing is being 15 minutes early to everything. Now, I hate being late to everything, so I try to be on time regardless. But after joining the military, it's like I'm always at least 15 minutes early. I remember they used to say, if you are on time, you are late. Yes. So I'm always like, no matter where I'm going, I'm always 15 minutes early. Sometimes I have to catch myself, sit in my car a little bit and be like, okay, you're way too early. They said be there at 9, they didn't say 8:30, and I'll just be chilling in my car for like 15 minutes just to be on time 15 minutes early. Again, that's something that I don't mind. I feel like that's a good quality to have because you're never late for anything. Nobody wants to be waiting on you. I don't like waiting on people, so I don't want people waiting on me. So thank you, Air Force, for that one. Thank you. So another thing I find myself doing is like marching, semi-marching, because nobody walks like they want to march, you know, but I find myself doing it all the time. And, you know, I've been told that I walk like an angry truck driver, so I don't have the prettiest walk in the first place. But now I added marching to it, so imagine my grace. I'm just like, 1, 2, 3, 4, like, yeah, it's not pretty, but I do find myself doing like left faces, right faces. I even catch myself doing about faces sometimes, which is like, why? You already look like a crazy person. Now you want to add marching to it? Now you want to be doing about faces in public? No. Another thing too that I do that I really want to stop, because I just want to stop, is I find myself standing at parade rest all the time. So yesterday I was walking my dog. I take my dog to this like a grassy area by my apartment, and so he can play, and I was standing there and I found myself at parade rest, and I was like, why though? Why? And I was like, there's probably some hot guy in my apartment looking out to see if he can find his future wife, and there she is standing at parade rest. This is why I don't have a man. Like, I want to be standing in the street, like, you know, standing like a hip to one side, arm to my side. I don't know how normal people stand. Like, I don't do that anymore because I'm standing like this. I want to be cute and like, you know, I don't know. Is this how people stand? No, but instead, I'm standing like this. Thank you, Air Force. Thank you. You did this to me. I will never forgive you. I will never forgive you for doing this to my life. And I think the last thing that I can think of is writing my dates. So, you know, usually you write our dates, you write July 1st or July 5th, 2020. But then in the military, we write the day first before the month. So we write 5 July 2020. And I just can't stop doing that. I always I put the date first, the month and the year, which throws off a lot because if you don't actually write the month, like spell out the month. So if you say like 5/6/2020, Some people think that you're writing, May 6, 2020, when really you're writing June 5th, 2020. So it gets confusing for some people, and I have to catch myself like, okay, don't write it like that. Or if you are, like, I have to write it out 5 July 2020, so people don't get confused. But that's one thing that I can't stop doing. And it's funny because, in Ghana, we write our dates like that. We write the day, the month, and the year. But that was never an issue for me since I grew up in the United States. Before the military, I always wrote my, month, day, year, January 5th, July 5th, 2020. But then the military reversed that in my brain, and now I'm back to writing 5 July 2020. Gracias, Señorita Air Force, Señor Air Force. If you're a girl or a boy, I don't know. Shout out to you for messing with my brain, and now I can't live a normal life. Shout out to you. Yeah, so those are some of the things that I picked up in the military that I cannot stop doing. And I'm sure a lot of people who were in the military or who are currently still in the military can relate. If there's anything that I didn't, like you do, that I didn't mention, that go ahead and comment that in the comments below. Comment if there's something that I do that you do as well. Go ahead and comment that below. And if you like my content and you want to support my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification button if you haven't. And so you get notified whenever I post more videos. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Support your sister, But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, bye.